Naruto is the first anime that many of us watched. The anime that made us fall in love with the vastness of the genre. The main character you wanted to root for. Villains with depth beyond our understanding and moments that made you want to get up and cheer. Oftentimes on my channel, I like to make really lighthearted and fun videos. And maybe it's because my channel is struggling really bad right now, but I wanted to tell the world, as well as remind myself what made me fall in love with the medium that is anime. And the story that made me feel like I could do anything. Starting off with Naruto. Naruto is the character that makes you feel like you can achieve anything, from his charisma to his stupidity to his effort. It's a real testament to the power of year-long weekly anime, because it tells the journey so much more beautifully than a seasonal anime where you forget a lot about the characters. Young Naruto has a lot of qualities of any kid, in the fact that he's an idiot with big dreams that wants to tell the world who he wants to be, but at the same time you realize he has it a lot worse than everyone else. He's completely alone. Not only that, but he's hated by all, but the fact that he's still motivated to achieve his dreams will never not move you. From the first episode, you realize that he's an idiot, but a kid that has dealt with something way worse than anyone could imagine. No parents, no friends, nobody to help him, and he learns that the monster inside him killed the parents of the one person who cared about him. And that first episode tells you enough about the story that will immediately hook you in. One of the reasons I think I was so affected by Naruto is the fact that I was his age when I started reading Naruto, around 11 or 12, and I'm 21 now. Holy shit, I'm 21 now. But I just remember being so attached to the character that is Naruto, seeing myself in his failures, seeing myself in pushing forward. It may sound strange, but this fictional character definitely shaped the person I am today. Someone that, despite all my struggles, having uploaded over 100 long-form YouTube videos across 3 channels in the past year, and over 100 short-form videos with pretty much no significant success to speak on, but there's no doubt in my mind that I'll make it one day, and there's no chance I'm gonna give up. I know this sounds so corny, but I always visualize those moments in Naruto, and especially when he was trying to form the Rasengan and how much he struggled, but somehow found a way and learned it unlike any other person in the past had. And it's strange, no matter how other people do things, no matter what, it seems like I can't do things the same way that other people do. Oftentimes my destination is the same, but instead of walking in a straight line to get somewhere, I gotta go backwards, run to the left, right, jump over some hoops, and then I'll get there. I don't even know if that makes sense. Look, I know that analogy is so beyond corny, but before moving on from it, I want to speak on one other scene from pre-time skip, and I feel like it's my favorite scene in the whole pre-Naruto story, and that's when Naruto and Jiraiya are talking, and Jiraiya tells him he's a fool if he continues to follow Sasuke. Naruto's standing on his toes, saying that he would rather live life the way he wants to live it, shows his philosophy that he would never want to conform to what is deemed smart, or what other people think is good, or what everyone else is doing. He has his own philosophy, and if he believes that he shouldn't give up on Sasuke, if he believes that chasing Sasuke is the right thing, that is his brother, that is someone that he cares about, that is someone that he loves, that he will never give up on them, and knowing the fact that both of them don't have a family makes that moment hit all the more harder. Speaking of Sasuke, he's probably the most complicated character in all of Naruto. You can argue him, Obito, or Itachi. God damn, Kishimoto really saw the Uchiha clan and was like, let me just give you guys the worst possible lives you can imagine. Sasuke represents loss in the story more than Naruto. Sasuke had his parents for a while and a family and everything that makes someone whole, and he lost everyone, lost everything, and just moves forward with a ruthless ambition towards achieving revenge. And you see this stoic character break down throughout the series and crumble in the face of pressure, loss, and more importantly, losing his friends. He's a character that shows that no matter how hard you fight it, jealousy will push you towards things, and you can become someone you could never imagine. You see him lose control, all sense of self, and me being someone so far from perfect, you can't help but look at Sasuke and feel bad for him. The scene that everyone would point towards of Sasuke's depth and Sasuke's pain is when he and the rest of the audience find out the truth about Itachi. Not only are our minds shattered, a character we were told to hate, a character that was ruthless, a character that was viewed as the enemy, all of a sudden you learn he loved Sasuke more than anything in the world. But at the same time, Sasuke's whole identity was revenge. That is what made him who he was. And now he learns his intentions were misplaced, and so quickly ambition and love can turn to anger, and all of a sudden Sasuke decides he's had enough. He's going to do what needs to be done and end end the cycle of pain and take over the world, partly because he feels betrayed by Itachi, but also he's just angry. Angry at the village, angry at Itachi, but more importantly, angry at himself. And there's times when anime and manga push you in directions that you don't understand. Sasuke will throw you into a tornado, spin you around and around, and oftentimes the viewer gets thrown out of the tornado. Some feeling he was complicated, some feeling he was abusive, some feeling he was convoluted. But in the end, if you make it through, that beast, that monster, you realize that all he wanted was to feel peace. Holy shit, I feel like I dropped some bars there. Kashi is a representation of Naruto, of tying everything together, and a lot of these plot points make a lot more sense because of him. In a lot of ways, he represents both Naruto and Sasuke, and being happy and go-lucky, but also serious and talented. But what he shares with both of them, and one of the main themes that everyone in Naruto has, is pain. The pain of losing a friend, the pain of losing a parent, and the pain of losing yourself. But he represents that you can drag yourself out of that pit of despair, no matter how far you stray off the path, how much of your emotions you cut off, and how alone you feel, there's always a way to work yourself back. We see that with the formation of Cell 7, the ambition of Naruto, the pain of Sasuke and Sakura. You know, whatever Sakura does, that make him come back to reality, to forget his past and move on and be better. And his iconic line really represents what it means to have friendship, to have things you care about, whilst having goals in your mind. And if you have a mission, but leave your friends behind, does it even matter? What is the point of achieving your dreams and ambitions if you're alone? And then the juxtaposition of Naruto and Sasuke just illustrate that one line perfectly, singing this ballad of pain, suffering, ambitions, goals, and ultimately peace. Now, the last character we're going to speak on is Obito, and he's probably the one that will move you the most, although he is also the most misunderstood. Many people, when watching Naruto, want to see themselves in that naive boy, or the talented Sasuke, or the badass Kakashi, but truly, most people end up like Obito. Bitter, angry, and lonely. Obito represents everything that Naruto wanted to be, everything Naruto strived to be, except he failed, and he couldn't do what he said he was gonna do. He lost everything and just experienced pain time and time again, to the point where you see how quickly passion can dissipate and turn to anger. Most people would like to go on to be Naruto, to work hard and to achieve everything, but in the end, most people's dreams die. Most people's fire burn out, and most people just become bitter. Bitter at the world, bitter at those around you, and bitter at yourself. The reason Obito holds on to that time with Rin isn't because of some weird love, but because in the grand scope of his life, that is the only moment where he felt happy. Before Rin, he felt like a loser, meant to achieve nothing, a joke of the village, only to be laughed at, and after Rin, he feels lost, alone, and directionless. And I think that moment where he points his heart and says there's nothing there, it just shows that he doesn't even feel a thing anymore. He wished he was angry, he wished he was happy, he wished he was sad, but instead he's broken down so much and becomes so disjointed that he can no longer feel anything at all. The story of Naruto can be reduced as Naruto chasing Sasuke, but it's more than that. It's a story of a boy that wanted to chase his dreams, to become someone that is looked up to, but more importantly, someone that can prove that anything in this world can be achieved. And oftentimes we're told that we need to cut off our friends, cut off our emotion, and become robots in the pursuit of our dreams and ambitions. And Naruto fights that very concept, showing that if you can't do it with your friends, it's not worth doing. A relentless pursuit of not giving up on your friends, but also showing the consequences of what happens when strayed on the wrong path, and how pain, both emotionally and externally, can push someone to do things that they aren't proud of. How pain can make someone give up on themselves. But after all of that, what's left with Naruto is this grand tale. And even though Naruto gets so much criticism nowadays, so many people picking apart everything, and everyone just attacks the story without fully understanding what is in front of them. And maybe nostalgia does blind me. Maybe it being my favorite anime changes my perspective, or maybe it's the fact that when I watch Naruto, I feel invincible and want to break all the norms of this world, this society, and YouTube itself. It makes me want to ring in a new era, reach a new level of my craft, whilst knowing it will take more work than I can imagine, but I know that I can do it, because believing in yourself, working hard, and never forgetting those who've helped you is what makes achieving dreams possible and worth it. Maybe this video is cringe, maybe this was powerful, but for better or worse, this is what the story of Naruto has taught me and represents in my life. So if you have a dream, pursue it, hold it, and never let it go. Do the unthinkable, do what wasn't possible, and do it your way. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you got something out of it. And if you could, check out this video on the tragic life of Sanji, and please leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget, we're just getting started, we're gonna stay consistent, and I will see you in the next video.